Hello and welcome back. This is Fabulous coming to you with a brand new series for Spellcaster University. This game has just recently come out of early access. I saw somebody else playing it. I absolutely love the idea of it, and I love this type of game in general because it doesn't require a lot of shooting, which I'm really bad at. So I figured I would start a series on my YouTube channel because I enjoy playing games that are not super popular, and I'm kind of a nerd, so I've played a few little campaigns, so nothing too serious, but I kind of wanted to start like a legit campaign. But something I noticed, which I have not done at all, because I was like, what's the point? You get actual bonus cards for all of your games by winning campaigns with the challenge, so you know I'm about a campaign. But the thing is, I kind of want -10. Yeah, I kind of want a little bit longer of a game if we're going to do a challenge, because we kind of need, you know, to make progress. So, twice common. Okay, Chaos Challenge Darkness. 2 cards instead of 3. That one's terrible.
Incoming message.
Oh, of course, I should probably turn that off. Okay, thank you. Thank you, group text. Okay, thank you. And turned off. So, let's see. Transmutation challenge is 2 types of potion. Okay, 2 potions of each type are added to each deck when shuffled. Actually, it's not terrible. Relationships with normal factions deteriorate. And, oh. Like, we'll do a transmutation, because that's the easiest. Alright, so let's start. Okay. Obviously, we need to be a Unicorn University. Because reasons. Okay, so let's find the chubby unicorn. Like, that's not even a question. Or should I make that a house? Yeah, I kind of want to make the unicorns a house. So, if I weren't going to do... What's like a good overall? Okay, let's just randomize, because this is going to take me 20 years. Okay, so we're going to do a dragon. Okay, so I can get behind that. I don't know what name I would give it, though. It's a sacred... What's another good thing for dragon? Sacred Fire University. Sacred Fire University. No, we'll just call it Sacred Fire. Sacred Fire University. That works. Okay. Oh... I've played all these but the village. Large buildable area. I always like the nature magic of the forest. So I might actually go there. I'm torn though, because I kind of want to start on the easiest, which would be the village, and build up to those. So let's start at the village. I've never done the village before. I've done the forest and I've done the lake. So, okay. A citadel lost in the middle of fields. The farmlands near the kingdom's large cities will be perfect for setting up our school. The local farmers might cause some trouble, but peasants are always complaining anyway. City dwellers. Students will be wealthier than usual. They keep complaining because we don't know how to handle them. A big shame. Oh, God. Oh, I love the text. Whoever made the text in this game is amazing. We're here to teach magic, not to solve neighborhood crisis. Shadow and alchemy. Ooh, those are good. Peasants will stop complaining when they see the wonders of magic. Okay, rune. I kind of want the rooms, because I feel like those are the... Oh, those are the standard ones, but they're going to give me mana for them, so I'm kind of going to go for those. Let's pause. Okay, so if you've never played this game before, which I'm assuming most people have not because it's fairly new, you basically start off with... this giant field. Oh, that's cute. And you have a buildable area. Basically, this is the weirdest mix of games that I've ever played, but I love the mix of it. You can move your controls with WASD, and you basically can zoom in with your mouse wheel. Like, it's a lot of fun. It truly is. I enjoy a lot of aspects of this game. It's very simple to pick up, but it's very challenging if you want something that's super challenging. You know, you can really micromanage and... Why is it so quiet on my desktop? Oh, well, it's all the way up. But it's really something that you can micromanage and make it a lot of fun by maximizing certain things and kind of planning more. I'm not too big in the planning aspect. I plan a little bit, but the problem is it's all random. So even if you have a perfect plan, it may not go according to your plan. The best plan is to not have a plan. But basically, the first thing I like to do, these are your different options here. You know, your options, classes and students, your statistics, which show different stats about your school, the local map, which is basically the other factions that you can interact with, and the headmaster's office, or the head teacher's office. I like to go here. Basically, if we have any spell books, they're going to show up over here, but we don't have any, obviously. But this is where the students that you've had graduate. It'll show you how many have been trained in the campaign during this specific level, because this is not the first or only school that we're going to make in the campaign. You actually get to make more, which I'll kind of go over in a little bit. This is a roguelite, which basically means that as you make your first school is your weakest school, and every school builds upon the ashes of the previous schools. So it gets better and better. This right here is kind of the most important thing. Free dormitories means they're not going to leave in order to go out and handle their needs, because every student is going to have sanity, they're going to have hunger, they have boredom, I think those are, and health. Those are the four main aspects of the characters. So from what I've seen, you have a few different options. When you start off, the students are going to be wealthier here, so I don't think it's a problem if we have paid dormitories. Might just do free and paid meals. I kind of like the organization, the yearly contest between houses, because it makes 10% faster. But I might turn that on later, once we get things rolling. But basically, this is kind of a good way to start. If you're not starting in the town, the students are not going to be as rich, so they might not be able to afford all these things. Because the problem is, if everything's paid for and the student can't afford to pay for a bed and a meal, they're going to go out in town to get those things, which means that they're not going to be at school learning. So that's something to keep in mind, just in general. Okay, so the way this works is you gain mana by each student that is in one of these rooms. Each school of magic has 3 branches of that magic, like the alchemy. If you look here, the Alchemy Room will teach you all 3 branches of the alchemy tree, which is runes, potions, and enchantment. You can have a runes, potion, and enchantment room separate, where they only learn 1 of each skill. The Alchemy Room is nice because it will slowly increase all of their skills. The only real reason I started with both of these is because once you have students who are in the classroom learning, you will generate mana according to that school. So, the other thing is the students' hall basically decreases their boredom, and then obviously the dormitory is where they sleep, and then the refectory is basically the cafeteria where they eat. So, before we do much of anything, though, we need to draw cards. The standard deck has a lot of random stuff compared to the other decks. The other decks are more specialized. Gold could have a magnitude of things. They can have new houses, you can get more students, you can get rooms, specialized rooms. The point is to semi-focus on what you're given at the beginning, because it's going to be easier that way. But also, you want to be wary of getting things that you don't have. So, I don't want to talk too much into it, so we're just going to go. So, okay. Okay, that one is definitely not the one I'm going to go for. The Teacher's Lounge is nice, but I love having specialized houses because that allows you to reach higher in certain careers. So I'm definitely going to take that one out of those three. The teacher's lounge was very close. Okay, none of these are helpful. Okay, I guess we'll take the village banner. I mean, I'm not really... Student of the month is not very helpful, so... Okay, nature room is probably what I'm going to go with. Yeah. So, even though we don't have the specialized rooms, we have 3 magic schools now out of the 5 with all of their abilities. So they're not the best, but they're available. So that's all we can afford for the rooms. So, okay, so you are able to build like so. If you look at the arrows, the green arrows mean that those rooms will be connected by a door. It also means that they can go up. Basically what that blue arrow means. The red X means that nothing will attach to that. Certain rooms can be built certain places. You know, obviously you will see that, like this, I believe the students hall can only be built on the 2nd floor. So I just tend to put it like right there. Different types of students learn differently. You know, there's a lot of little things like that that you will come to find out. But I tend to like to put most of the general things on the bottom floor. And then kind of put... Okay. Every time you place a room, you get a teacher. Or an option of 2 teachers. There's a few different things you need to look at. Lawful versus evil. Needs of lawful students in their class grow to bad students. Okay, so... Oh, they're both the same there. Okay, so pedagogy, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Pedagogy is basically how good they are at teaching. Appropriate means it's standard. Good means they increase 10% more. They're not unionized. Basically, unionized teachers require more money, which you have to pay. It's 50% higher. And then they get pros and cons. This is also the same for the students. Like this guy slows the growth rate of needs by 20%, which is amazing. And he's a light sleeper. Tiredness grows 30% faster while this character is resting. Oh, lowers 30% faster. Oh, so he's actually really good. Boredom grows faster. Okay, that's not good. Huh. This guy, though, has Ancient Wisdom, which is 10% faster. So he has the boost that this guy would have. We would also get Reputation with the Inquisitor faction, which is amazing. He's an Elder, so he's a little bit smaller. Or smaller. Well, I mean, he is smaller. He's slower. And then this one slows down the learning rate of students in the same room. So this guy is probably still better in general, but he does have unionized. This guy is going to go... Yeah, we're going to go with him. Now, something you can do, which I have not done, but you can actually name the teachers. Just FYI, if you really want to go that into it. You don't really do too much with the teachers or the students hand to hand, so it's not as important unless you really want to. Something that I would find fun would be, you know, picking a student and just like naming them and then kind of watching their career. Because then you kind of can keep a closer eye on what they did. And, you know, another fun thing is you can actually change the house of students too halfway through. You can put them in one house to get their skills up to a certain point and then throw them in another house, which is helpful. So, okay. So we've got the nature room. Okay, let's build the shadow room. Build you up here. Okay, so you're chaotic evil. Chaotic, the needs of chaotic students in their class grow 10% slower. Bad students in their class learn 10% faster. Lawful, neutral. Okay, see, like those is not as important because it's a little harder to... I mean, but I would imagine most... Well, that's the problem is it's all random, so it's not actually that way. You would assume that chaotic and bad students would be the shadow ones, but it's not always the case. So, they're neither unionized. He's good. She's excellent. Slows the growth rate of needs by 20%. Reduces all losses of health. 20. Huh. She has a demanding, chatty, boredom, demoralized. Okay, I don't want him to lose sanity over time, so we're going to go with her. Okay, and then the last room we have right now is the Alchemy Room. Okay, so you're appropriate, you're mediocre. You have ancient wisdom, though, and you move faster even though you're an elder. That's the problem, is some of these, like, they kind of balance each other out to where they're just average. I mean, sometimes there's not even a case of which one's better. Sometimes that's, you know. Okay, so this is going to increase our reputation. Basically, active characters in the room. There are 2 rooms where a character is always going to be active, or the most are going to be active. It's going to be the cafeteria, basically, and the dorm rooms. The dorm rooms, now the thing is let's say I put this in here for now. I can middle mouse click and take it out at any point. So if something comes out that's better suited for one of these rooms, you can shift them out. So don't worry too much about that. Now, since I know that I can shift students from the general class to another class, I'm not going to make my houses yet until I figure out what the focuses of my school are going to be. So we're going to start and recruit our first 5 students. Now, passionate, she's lawful neutral, she's brilliant, which is amazing. She increases learning rate by 40%, and she's rich. She's also passionate, which means that she'll learn the 4th and last levels of magic 25% faster. So that's literally a 65% increase to the last level of magic she'll learn. She's also athletic, so she moves very fast. Now, she learns alchemy 50% slower because she's allergic to seafood. And she's also down to earth, so she learns arcane slower. So naturally, someone like this, I would not put in either of these schools of magic if I had certain schools. But I don't have them yet, so she's just going in general. Okay. This guy's wealthy, yay. He learns at a normal rate, chaotic neutral. He's chosen by the light, which means that alone gives him an extra 25% magic skill growth. And then he's a procrastinator, girl same. Acts and gets tired 25% slower, and then moves 20% slower. Wow, okay, so welcome aboard, Paul. Hypochondriac, she's slow. Now, if you get a student that's just absolutely terrible and you just want to dump them, you can do that. Just FYI. Child of nature, popular, doubles prestige gain. Okay, misbehaves a lot, but moves a bit faster. Okay, so we have our 5 students. So whenever we got our students, we did get some money for them joining. I should have actually, you know, to probably micromanage it, you could have gone to the headmaster's office and increased application to 30 gold when you use those cards. That would be sneaky because you're always going to get 5. But I think I'm going to do paid dormitories right now because everybody's rich. So I don't think that's going to affect anything. So we're actually just going to start it up. We should be getting quests at some point that are going to help us. You can also use the 1, 2, and 3 to make it go a little faster. It's like, oh yeah, that's another thing. Okay, so something I did not classes. Is it? I thought you could change their robes. Is that not something you can do? I guess while I only have 1, I can't change it. Well, since they're in general, basically general students can just do whatever they want. Okay. Oof. Alright, so as you can see, we already have somebody in the shadow magic room, so we're gaining mana for that. Oh, so here we go. These are our little pop-ups. This was what I was waiting for. Ah, a new school for my kingdom. How great. So very great. And I would very much like to help, for I am a fair and generous king. What would you need? Our school would need some new source of funding. Help from the royal architects would be useful to build an advanced room. Now, 200 gold is not enough to even pull a card, and there's no guarantee we're going to have rooms. The way it is now, 90% of the time, I would always go for this. Unless you're really set on your rooms, which I find to be hard for most people. Okay, so we have none of these at all. Now, we do have an alchemy room, I believe. Yeah, we have the room that gives all three of those. So that one, while I do like, is not as important. We also have the Demonology room, so that's not as important. We have nothing to give us light mana, so I will take this one. Yeah, see, that's the Alchemy Room. So we do get an enchantment room. And we do have one room for a shadow already. So I am gonna get this. Okay. Ooh, excellent. Unionize, yes. Ancient Wisdom, 10%. Punctual, Job Lover. Demanding. Okay, so I'm gonna go with you. So that's much better. So the students cannot go to class, obviously, if there's no teacher. Okay, an intern just discovered a secret entrance leading to the old archives of King blah blah blah. We're a bit scared to go there, but maybe you could help us explore. Legends say contain that. Okay. Alright, so we'll bankroll it. Oh, awesome, and we have more students. Alright, so we're just gonna go through. Oh, she's poor. I'm not gonna kick the poor out just yet. Now, realistically speaking, one thing you want to make sure is that your slow students are in the standard classes, so they can just fill in classes that are not filled. I believe the way it works is if you have somebody who's a priority for a room and someone who's standard for a room, the priority gets the priority. I've never actually been able to watch them enough to know that. Okay, so mend things, blow things up. I kind of want this one to give us nature magic, but I think this one's going to give us elemental. Elementalist Dojo, yep, so that's what we need. Okay, so we have an Elementalist Dojo. Let's see, appropriate. Ooh, you're good. Hawk-eyed. Oh. Inspiring. Relaxed. I'm gonna go with you. Okay, so I think we have one of everything now, which is amazing. Okay. Alright, so if you hover over... Okay, so I probably should have mentioned. The hamster is our... The guinea pig is our communicator. He is able to travel to all these different places. Alright, hold on. Let me turn this music down a little bit. Jesus. Okay, so basically each faction, as you can see, has a benefit based on the reputation you have. The king, we gain... Students are wealthier on average. You gain 20 gold each time you recruit a student. That is amazing because it allows you to draw so many other cards. But there are other, you know, based on what our school is going to go for, we may want arcane mana, shadow mana, nature mana. You know, like those might be more useful once we know which direction our school needs to go to get our goals. So I'm going to go to the king. Theoretically, we should... Oh. Enjoy the hunt. Yeah, see, I want as much reputation with them as possible. I'm currently extremely busy. What do you need? Before the castle gate waits a group of horses alongside several packs of dog. A royal hunting session is about to start. I simply came for the pleasure of conversing with our dear majesty. Gives us 10 rep. And it's a touchy subject, but the university needs money. And then we gain money and lose reputation. I come to ask you to attack the Lord of Evil before it's too late. That actually might be useful down the road, because that'll reduce that bar. Enjoy the hunt, your majesty. Plus 15 rep. Can we join the hunt? I don't know what a hunting trophy does, actually, but I just want rep, so we're going to go with that. Greetings, mage. This is the Minstrel. He's basically each school location you have is going to have a special mob that you interact with. This one is the one that happens in the village. Greetings, mage. I am the Minstrel, but I'm sure you've heard of me before. Well, not really. Oh, God. Ah, the Minstrel. He's so handsome. Tonight we're all going to see him sing at the tavern. The Minstrel's distracting your students, and they can't work properly. Go see him on the local map to take care of the problem. Ooh. Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay. We get all the different manas, so I would prefer... I don't know why we would lose I would just prefer to actually get reputation, so we're just gonna go with that. Oh, wow. Okay, so we're gonna keep that for now. Because we need to see which students we need to train a lot. Okay. The mages you sent are dead. Yeah, that's the figures. Okay. Okay, so we need to go talk to the Minstrel and handle him at some point. Okay, so we can ramp it up a little bit. Oh, there's our light teacher. Wow, he's slow. Where are you going? Okay, so that is something we need to worry about. Okay. Ooh. That's actually really good, but Teacher's Lounge is going to be important to keep our teachers happy so they don't leave the school. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so we need Adventure Guild rep. Okay. Yeah, we need, fun times. Well, luckily we weren't making too much mana anyway, so. The only good thing right now is that if we need to focus on something, we can. Because we have one of each room, which I don't think has happened to me in any game that I've played. So we might actually be doing okay. Alright, so you're bored. Alright, so... where... Okay, the theater is the Minstrel. Oh. So I need 2 prisons and 1 orc hound. Or a righteous... Okay, so for now we'll just take the prestige. It's going to help us get more students. Oof. Shadow Man. Oh my god. Okay, well, I'm sorry, peasants, but we're stealing the alchemy mana. 300 gold. I guess I'll take that. That's a guaranteed amount of gold. Okay. Arcane Room is amazing, but we might need... yeah, I'm going to take the Arcane Room. Okay. So, Hawk-Eyed, they misbehave less, they're clumsy. Fun, students in this teacher's class get bored half as fast. That's good. You're slow, but you're appropriate. You're unionized, though. But you're good. Reduces boredom growth. That actually means you'll be teaching longer, so we'll go with you. $200 arcane mana, shadow mana. Sure, why not? 200 natural mana. Oh, we're definitely getting the King's Banner. Getting active reputation with the King for nothing is amazing. We need to get as much... excuse me. We need to get as much reputation with him as possible. Out of all these, I would probably go with the Observatory. Just, the problem is... the Observatory can only connect this way, and it can have nothing attached to it. So I don't really want to put it anywhere just yet. Ooh. I love the dragons. Yeah, we're going to go with the dragons. Because they're going to teach arcane magic. So I want him to go in the dueling room. I'm surprised we haven't gotten our goal yet. Okay, so normally I like to wait to see what we need for our classes, but I guess we're just gonna go ahead and make a class. Okay, so this is perfect. We got a Shadow Discipline, which will give them a 25% Shadow boost. And I definitely want them to frickin' move. I do like the Prestige gain, though, but naturally they're going to be wearing black. And this is where you get to decide which type of magic they're going to go for. So we're going to finish this episode up real quick by making this class, this class, and then we'll kind of move forward. Okay, so light magic, I want forbidden. I don't want them touching it. I don't know if I want them doing nature either. I think it was demonology and arcane is what kind of goes together from what I've seen. Okay, so we need to think of a demonic name. Well, not demonic, shadow. Nox. Okay, so that literally is Latin for night, I believe. My Latin's a little rusty, but I think that's what it is. Thank you, Skyrim. Okay. So, I think there's a raven. I tend to like the birds. No, that's not a raven. Oh my god, this is going to be the worst part. I think that one was a phoenix. I know there's a bird. Not the chicken I hear clucking in the background. Might do the cat too. I swear that there it is. I was like, girl, I know there's a bird. Okay, first off. I want it dark enough that it looks like a... Okay. I tend to like to make the colors of the class look close to what their mana is, I guess you could say. I like that because it kind of brings the bird out. Yeah, so, okay. So we're going to sign that signature. All right, with that, we're going to call this first episode. I thank you guys so much for stepping in. I know it's a lot of information, and I feel like I kind of spazzed a little through some of it, but hopefully you're enjoying the series. Hopefully you like the game so far, and I'll see you guys in the next one.